So guys, today back another video on the channel. Today we're here for the Newcastle United vs Wolves preview. It's going to be a tough game at Molineux on Saturday, but in this preview today we'll look at Newcastle, look at Wolves and see how we're going to approach the game on Saturday. Before I start the video, the away top's on. The first time I'm wearing this top is on today's video. It's a lovely top. I had to buy it. I bought it yesterday and you know what? It's a nice kit, so I'm really happy to have it now. Anyways, make sure to leave a like, boys. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We've hit 10k. We're trying to hit more subs. Any Wolves fans watching, make sure to subscribe as well. Let's get in the preview now, and we'll start off by speaking about Wolves. So Wolves are sitting 14th in the Premier League table, 3 positions above Newcastle. They've got their first couple of wins so far this season. They've done well in recent. At the start of the season, they literally lost their first 3 games. I think all 1-0. But recently they've been picking up some good results. Obviously there's been some iffy results in there as well, but let's look at their last 4 games. Starting off with a 2-0 win over Watford, which was their first Premier League win of the season. A disappointing 2-0 defeat to newly promoted Brentford. A 2-2 draw against Spurs but lost on penalties. And then a special game 1-0 against Southampton where Raul Jimenez scored his first goal after his injury. That's one man I'm going to speak about now before I forget, is Raul Jimenez. He loves a goal against Newcastle. He got one last season and he is obviously a good player. It's brilliant to see him back because obviously we didn't know what was going to happen with his injury. We didn't know what was going to happen. It's great to see him back, fit, ready and playing football again. And then obviously got his first goal back, and it's a special moment for him, and he'll start on Saturday against Newcastle. One player who's looked promising, who's a loan sign from RB Leipzig, it's Hang Hee-chan, a really good player, really athletic, you could say. Yes, he's an out-and-out striker, but he's been playing on that like left forward, right forward rolling, and it's been working for him. Get up the pitch, he's got a couple of skills on him as well, and he is a tricky player, so we need to watch out for him. Obviously we've seen him take down Van Dijk in the Champions League, so he can definitely do it, so we need to watch out for that. But we all know the last 6 times we've played Wolves, every match has ended 1-1. Can this be the time to end that curse? Ever since Wolves have been promoted back to the Premier League, it's been 1-1, apart from the first time they came to St James's Park, where obviously the famous clip came from. Me, I cannot believe it, man. That was obviously the 2-1 defeat, but I think every other game, it must be 5 games, sorry. Every other game since that game, it's been a 1-1 draw. So we need to stop that. Sorry, it's 5, not 6. It's 5. We need to stop that. We need to stop that 1-1 and obviously get a win, not bloody losing, to stop the 1-1 curse. But like last season when we played them, they weren't brilliant Wolves, but obviously they got there in the end. And obviously losing Nuno, obviously he left and he's obviously at Spurs now. I don't really know much about the new manager. To be honest with you, I don't even know his name. I want to be honest with you. I've seen a difference in Wolves from last season to this season. Like last season, they finished under Newcastle. They finished 13th, and Newcastle finished 12th. Like, you're thinking like that, and it's like how? You've got a much better squad than Nuno's manager, but hey, it happens in football, doesn't it? I think it'll be a tough game. It's starting to click for Wolves, as you can see. Obviously, they started the season off quite poorly, but obviously now a win against Watford, only 2-2 against Spurs, a win against Wolves. It's not a positive game for Wolves, and that's all I want to do is just keep playing and keep scoring and keep pushing up the table, because we've seen them get Europa League football a couple of seasons back. And they've done well. They've done well in Europe as well. Obviously, it took a dent in their Premier League form, but that's always going to happen. It's always going to happen. Like, look at Leicester this season. They've had a great start, but they're doing well in Europe. And then when Newcastle were in Europe, didn't have well in the Prem. It's one of them things. I think when they lost Europe, they continued their Premier League form into the Premier League rather than thinking, right, we've just got the Premier League and the Cups, rather than Premier League Cups and the Europa League. It is tough being in Europe, but obviously they're not in Europe now. They're focusing on the Prem, and I think Wolves should try and aim for top 10. They've got a good defence, a good midfield, and a good attack, and I think they could do it if they keep the right players and sign some players in January. They could get top 10. It is very realistic, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. Let's speak about the tune. So then Newcastle, obviously, we still haven't picked up a win. We drew to Watford last week, and we need a win. We literally need a win, and it looks like it's not going to happen anytime soon. There's just obviously the takeover stuff. I'm not even paying attention to it. I really can't keep up to date with it. I've seen something that the Premier League have threatened to kick Newcastle out of the Prem because we want to take over. Oh, but when Man City wanted to take over, it's fine. Oh, it's fine. But there you go, sign that deal. There you go, you've been taken over, you've got loads of oil money, right? Oh, Newcastle on the other hand, oh, you can fuck off, you Geordie cunts. Premier League, Cupid cunts. We're going to get them, boys. We're going to get them. Richard Morstad is getting it, lads. So you'll have to wait and see. He will be getting it from all the mags, but the game on Saturday, obviously our history against Wolves, last 5 games, 1-1. It will be a tough one, obviously going to the Molineux, it will be a tough game, and we do need to watch out for them, but what can we bring? The only thing we can bring is Alan St-Maximin. It's the only thing that we've got, and yet again proving his brilliance. He's being nominated for Player of the Month with another 6 players, including João Cancelo, Cristiano Ronaldo, Mohamed Salah, and then obviously Alan St-Maximin's there. Obviously he's been linked to moves now to Liverpool and Chelsea. I'm not surprised, he deserves it. If he leaves, we're relegated. It's simple as that. Simple as that. He's a fantastic player. He brings so much to the club and so much to the team, and he'll yet again bring it on Saturday. It's going to be a tough one. We do need to go to a 4-back. We did it against Watford and it worked, which was good. But we need to say a little bit more, in my opinion. I think we need to use different players, and I think yet again it showed. Matt Ritchie's he just isn't there. And obviously you'll see the predicted team tomorrow. Obviously I'll wait for Steve Bruce's press conference, but I think just play Jamal Lewis for a game. Just give it a little bit of a change. Like give a bit of a change. I went to the training ground yesterday as well. I spoke to Paul Dummett and Jamal Lascelles. Obviously both of them are injured at the minute. I asked them both how they're getting on, and they said a couple of weeks and they'll be back fully fit, which is good news. But when I went, only 5 players were in. Richie was in, Willock was in, Wilson was in, Dummett and Lascelles, and both the 2 players I wanted, Wilson and Willock, drove off and didn't even look at us, and it's like, oh fuck's sake, man. But anyways, we'll have to just wait to see what happens on Saturday, boys. It will be a tough game. It will be. Every game's tough in the Premier League. We always say that, but Wolves have a good side, and obviously the thing is about Wolves, they get behind their team at home, and that's one thing that we need to watch out for, because they can be playing shit. We could be having chances in the first 7 minutes and it's still 0-0. Them fans will be fucking raging. I mean, getting at them, and that could be the difference, and that's the difference between COVID and non-COVID games. It's all mad, it really is. But prediction, normally I'll give it around this time in the preview. I'm gonna go 1-1. I'm gonna have to. It won't surprise us if it is a 1-1, but we desperately need a win. We do. We can't be just relying on because because we won't be. We'll look back at these games at the start of the season, should have beat Leeds, should have beat Watford, should have beat Wolves, because after this we've got a tough games coming up. After this game it's an international break, so just fucking go for it. And then after that we've got Spurs, and then going into December we've got all the top 6. It's going to be a tough run, so a game like this where it's mid-table v relegation or whatever, mid-table versus mid-table, you've got to be picking up the points, and if you don't pick up the points, you'll get punished. That's the end of the preview, boys. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It's been a good preview. Hopefully we can pick up the 3 points, and obviously you'll see the predicted team video tomorrow. On Friday as well there will be a FIFA stream. I have got 50,000 FIFA points, and you're probably thinking how. I've got 4k on my main, and I've got 46,000 on a different account. So I will be streaming on Friday night, so I'll try and get the predicted team up quite early in the morning-ish, and I'll be streaming on the Friday night. So make sure to turn your bell notifications on the channel to get notified for when I do upload on the channel. See you in the next one, boys. Have a good one, and I'll see you off for the predicted team tomorrow and the game on Saturday. Howay the lads.